2XL. He asks you questions.
True or false? There are now living on your body over 200 tiny creatures. That's true. True is right.
2XL is full of fun questions and answers about animals, sports, monsters, even jokes.
What do you call 2 banana peels? A pair of slippers.
Who's the talking robot with a mind of its own?
2XL.
Additional tape sold separately.
What's up, guys? Flashback Kid back again, and we're here with one of my favorite toys growing up in the 90s, the 2XL talking robot. This toy is very reminiscent to me because I remember getting it for Christmas and just having hours of fun with it. And if you guys grew up in the 90s, or late 80s, early 90s, you'll remember this toy. This toy won a lot of awards. Basically, starting out, this toy started out in the late 70s, early 80s, made by the Mego Corporation, and it played 8-track tapes. And in the early 90s, Tiger Electronics took it over, rebranded it, made it a hip, cool 90s looking toy, and made it play cassette tapes. So when you put the tape in, it's kind of like a story time, interactive story time adventure with the robot. And as you can see on the box, the robot has 4 buttons here, and the buttons are answered keys. So the robot takes you on an adventure, storytelling, and asks you questions that are either trivia questions, and you can answer yes, no, 1, 2, A or B, true or false on there, or he tells you a story, and then after the story or after a chapter, he asks you what happened, and you actually have to recall that. And there's also different tapes where they tell a story and you can actually choose which way you want to go. It's kind of like choose your own adventure book kind of thing. And the toy is really cool. He's known for his great sense of humor. Like, if he asks you something and you get it wrong, he'll kind of insult you, but in a cool way. So it's kind of cool. It's not boring whatsoever. He's still a robot too. He'll make funny noises and you can hear him computing and making all these beeps and boops. But he's still kind of got that hip 90s kind of attitude about him, which is really cool. Like if he's trying to compute something, he'll just tell you to wait and he'll say, do nothing. And you just sit there. And it's just really cool. Tons of tapes were released for this toy. I don't remember having too many. I remember the tapes, I couldn't find too many of them, and I think they were kind of expensive. But he did come with 1 tape packed in, I believe. And some of the tapes that were made, Storyteller, which lets children create their own stories, World of Science, Trivia Time, World of Animals, Sports World, Letter Perfect, Music Maker, just tons of monsters, myths, and dinosaurs, just tons of different categories and tapes that came out with this. And even nowadays on eBay you can find some of the tapes still sealed and they go for quite a bit of money. And I was so happy to find this still in the box, and just one of my all-time favorite childhood toys. So let's take him out of the box and give him a closer look and actually see what the toy is all about. He also can be hooked up through the side with an AC adapter, and he also has a headphone jack on this side. He takes 4 D batteries. Yeah, D batteries. Remember back then when toys took D batteries all the time? And they cost tons of money and you never had them? Yeah, 4 D batteries, so let's pop them in.
For question 5, I'd like to give you a choice. If you would like this question to be about baseball, push A. Bowling, press B. Or football, press C. Please press A, B, or C now.
Let's go with football. Hitting button B. Button C, rather.
Your push is my command. Here is your football question. football called a pigskin? A. It looks like a pig. B. It's made of pig skin. Or C. It bounces like a pig would. Please answer A, B, or C now.
I'm gonna pick A because I don't think it's made of pig skin anymore.
Perhaps you should donate your brain to a meatloaf factory. I am sorry, you are wrong. Question number 6 will be a tough question, so I will give you 2 tries at the answer if you need it. Which is the only Major League sport invented in the United States? A. Football. B. Baseball. Or C. Basketball. Please push A, B, or C now.
I think it's football. I'm pretty sure that's American. We'll see.
The agony of defeat is yours.
Maybe it's Canadian.
Football is wrong. But try another answer. Push B or C now.
Oh, God. Basketball, I guess.
Finally, I can tell you, you are right. Basketball. Answer C is the correct answer. Question number 7 is now out of my pop-up toaster and ready for you. True or false? Fireflies light up in order to keep themselves warm. Please answer true or false now.
I think that's false. I think it's for mating. Questions aren't easy.
A brilliant person you must be, because you have answered properly, and you are right. A firefly lights up in order to tell other fireflies where they are. Question 7 1/2. What is the most balls a juggler has ever juggled in the air at the same time? A. 5 balls. B. 10 balls. Or C. 20 balls. Answer A, B, or C now.
Let's go with C. It's the higher number. Just guessing.
Perhaps you should bring in your brain for a major tune-up. You are wrong, and I have not been programmed to tell you the right answer.
Oh.
I am sorry. Question number almost
It's kind of an
8.
asshole.
Which of these is true of people after the age of 30? A. They run faster. B. They begin to play the piano. Or C. Their brains shrink. That means get smaller. Please press my cute little A, B, or C buttons now.
I'm guessing C.
Your brain is obviously getting bigger, not shrinking, because you are right. People's brains do begin to shrink after age 30. You may be interested to know that people also become shorter after age 30. But don't worry about me. Robots never shrink. Question number 8 is finally here. What is the most common color of flowers? A. Pink, B. White, or C. Yellow. Answer A, B, or C now.
I'm going to say white. So hit letter B.
You are obviously a budding genius. You are right. White is the most common color for a flower.
Awesome.
Now,
2XL Robot was so popular that he won tons of awards in the early 90s, including Toy of the Year. And some lists even note that the toy was one of the most revolutionary toys of the 1990s. And he even spawned his own TV show called Pick Your Brain, which Marc Summers hosted, which was really cool.
And now more fun and games on Pick Your Brain.
Welcome back to round 3 of Pick Your Brain, where we'll find out who will win today's $5,000 savings bond. But according to my circuits, nobody goes home empty-handed. Some of you may receive these great prizes.
And it featured a giant 2XL robot. Of course, it didn't sound exactly like him, but it featured a big giant 2XL robot, so that was pretty cool. And guys, that is my review of the 2XL robot. If any of you guys grew up in the 90s, remember him, go check him out. Try to find your own version of the robot. And, I don't know, thrift stores, toy stores, maybe eBay, you can find him. Fortunately, I was able to get mine in the box. He's actually a really cool toy. He was cool in the 90s when I was a kid, and he's cool now. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
why would a spider make a very good outfielder in baseball? Because he's so good at catching flies.